Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Vibing with Sel, and I'm back again with another video. I'm going to continue the story of my pregnancy and my whole journey. So let's get right into the video. In my previous video I was telling you guys about my first pregnancy, and I think I ended on the delivery part where I gave birth to my baby, it safe hands, and it was a normal birth and all that. So after a year and 3 months, I found out that I was pregnant again with my second baby. So when I realized that I was pregnant with my second baby, I was a little bit of like nervous, but I was like, yeah, I mean the thing has come, so what can you do about it? Abortion is never an option, you know. And I'm married. I don't see the reason why that I should do something like that. So I got pregnant again, and I was actually excited about it, but I was a little bit in doubt about it because I don't know what to expect, because I have a baby boy now, and if it's a baby boy again, I mean, I'm going to be very disappointed. I'm going to be very disappointed. So I was just praying to God, let this one be it. Alright, so this time the fibriods were growing. They were so big that I couldn't do anything. I had to go stay with my mom for a while. Throughout my pregnancy, I had to be with her, like the struggles, the pains. It was very hectic. It was mad. I can't even explain the pain that I was going through within that 9 months. But when I got to my last trimester, as usual, from the scan, I could see that the fibers were growing and then they were very big. But when I asked the doctors, they were like, oh, you can give birth normal. I knew it and I had read about it, and so I am going to encourage everybody that when you get pregnant, please read about it, because the doctors that we have here, they are not going to help you. They are not even going to answer your questions if you ask them. So please, when you are pregnant, just try as much as possible to like read more about your pregnancy and read more about the signs and symptoms that you are going through, because everybody's pregnancy is very, very different. So I had to go and look for a specialist myself, and then book an appointment with him for a surgery, because I knew it will definitely end in a surgery. Looking at the scan and everything, the positions of the fibroid, I didn't want to go through labor. I didn't want to go through that stress of going through labor, and then later they'll come and tell me that we are taking you to the theater to do a surgery. That would be very, very hectic. So I just decided to go ahead and opt for a surgery. And one thing about it is, when I wanted to opt for a surgery, I went to a government hospital. I won't mention the government hospital's name, but I went to a government hospital, and the doctor that was taking care of me was telling me that I should come to his private hospital for the surgery, which was really expensive. It was like 4,000 Ghana cedis for both surgery, both the fiber surgery and then the delivery was like about 4,000. Even the admission and things were not part of it. This was just for the surgery. So when I realized that it was too expensive, I just decided not to opt for it. I went ahead to look for another specialist. So I spoke to a doctor friend of mine, and she was like, oh, she knows a specialist at in Sawan General Hospital. A gynecologist, yes, a special gynecologist who deals with like surgeries on fibroids. So I went to in Sawan General Hospital to see Dr. Quinn. That's his name, Dr. Quinn, and he was so helpful. He was, I don't know how to explain his reception, but you know that kind of thing when you go to the hospital and then you have all your test results in front of the doctor, and they'll still be asking you questions. This doctor never asked me any question. He was reading through the scans and then nodding his head, and then he just told me to come the next visit, and then he will book an appointment with me for the surgery. The next time I came, and then he gave me a date that was like 2 weeks before my delivery date, and I was so excited about the service that he gave me, and looking at the fact that it's coming from a government hospital, it was really encouraging for me. He gave me an appointment that I should come on a Monday. I would be admitted on a Monday, and then I would go through the surgery on a Tuesday. So I went on the Monday, I was admitted, went through all the process and everything. And on Tuesday morning, I think around 10 a.m., I was taken to the theater, and I'll just insert the whole theater process here. This is me. This is actually me going through my process. As you can see, it was just crazy. The whole process was just crazy. Then they will take you to the ward and give you the anesthesia, so you just feel numb from your neck to your feet. Everything is not functioning, like you can't move your body. The most shocking part of it is that in about just a few minutes, my baby was out. And I was so surprised because I was watching videos on YouTube about like surgeries and all that kind of stuff. I know it's very silly. Don't do that. When you are going to have a surgery, don't be watching stuff like that, because it can get to you or something like that. So I was just watching it, and then I realized that they cut the first layer, and they'll cut the second layer, cut the third layer before they get to the womb, and then cut the womb. I was like, wow, this is a very long process, which will take about, and the video was like 35 minutes thereabouts. So I was very surprised when in less than 2 minutes I heard the baby is out, and the baby was just crying. It's like, wow, God is great. But before, I think we've seen it in the video that before the baby came out, the fibriods was there, so it was so obvious. You can just imagine that I couldn't have given birth, because even with the surgery, the fibriods came out first before the baby. So that's about it. So I just had my baby, went through series of pains after it, which I will talk about in another video. Yeah, I'll talk about the whole after surgery process, like whatever you go through. I'll just talk about it in another video, but this is just a gist of the pregnancy process. I'll end the video here, and then I'll see you in my next video.